All right, are you preparing for common entrance examination for 2025, like Loyola? All right, I will be taking you through Loyola past questions. If you want to ease your papers and be successful in your exam, I want you to join me in class. Come on, let's go. All right, we are going to be looking at some interesting common entrance questions, to be precise, Loyola Jesuit questions. So for those of you that want to take the exam, the questions I'll be treating with you today will be very helpful. So we are going to take a look at the very first question, and this question says, which of the following equations, you can see the equations, which of the following equations can be used to find a woman's present age if she is now 6 times as old as her son, and next year her age will be equal to the square of her son's age? All right, this is the question. So we are going to solve this question to know what the answer is. All right, let's read this word problem again. Which of the following equations can be used to find a woman's present age? Full stop. So we have the woman. Let me bring it forward here. The woman, and we have the son. This woman is presently 6 times as old as her son. So if the woman is 6W, 6 times W, then let the son be W. So this is algebra. You can use any letter of her choice to represent the son's age. So since I want to pay more attention on the woman, I said let the son's age be W. If the son's age is W, then since the question says the woman is 6 times as old as her son, the woman's age will be 6 times W, which is 6W. So we have the son's present age W, the woman's present age 6W. The question continued, and next year, so next year, all right, this woman is going to be 6W plus 1. Of course, if you are 10 years old now, next year you are going to be plus 1, 11 years old. So if she's 6W now, next year she's going to be 6W plus 1. All right? And if the son here is W now, next year the son will be W plus 1. Okay. Next year, her age will be equal to the square of her son's age. So next year, this her age, which is 6W plus 1, will be equal to the square of her son's age. Her son's age is W plus 1, then this is equal to the square of this. So 6W plus 1 is equal to, this square affects both of them, so I can write this as W squared plus 1 squared. So 6W plus 1 is equal to W squared. 1 squared means 1 times 1, which is 1. I've gotten the equation. Now, if you look at the options, we have options 1 to D. The correct option is A. I hope this is clear. Let's take the next question. We are going to look at question 2. Question 2 is a little bit tricky, but they are all easy questions. For you to be the best, you must be able to solve the best questions. This question says, if R, S, and Q can wallpaper a house in 8 hours, and R and S can do it in 12 hours, right? How long will it take Q alone to wallpaper the house? To wallpaper the house? Now, there's a question. We have the options: A, 12 hours, B, 24 hours, C, 8 hours, and D, 20 hours. If you have a question like this, what do you do? There's a formula I want to show you just in case you've not seen this before. Is that okay? Now, this formula is time together over time alone plus time together over time alone equal to 1. Okay, so whenever you see a question like this where things work together, objects work together, people, machines work together, people work together, this formula must come to your mind, all right? If R, X, and Q can wallpaper a house in 8 hours, so if three of them work together, so these 8 hours will be the time together, all right? So we are going to replace this TT with 8 hours. Also, this TT with 8 hours. So if both of them work together. Now, the next part of the question, and R and S can do it in 12 hours. If R and X work together, like if they work alone and Q is not part of them, so time alone, like if these two work alone without the Q, is 12. Now, TA, time alone for Q, Q work alone. Okay, so we have 8 out of 12 plus 8 out of Q equal to 1. So I substituted the numerical values, extracted them from the questions, and plugged them into this time together equation. So now that I've done that, I can just, all we need to do is just to solve this equation as a single fraction. So the first thing we need to do is to take the LCM of the denominator, okay? So the denominator here, we have 12 and Q. So the LCM of 12 and Q is 12Q, okay? Now the next thing we need to do is to divide and multiply. 12Q divided by 12. 12 will cancel, 12 will be left with Q. Q times this 8 will give me 8Q plus 12Q divided by Q. Q cancels Q, I'll be left with 12. 12 times this 8 will give me 96, equal to 1. All right, now I want you to know that all whole numbers have a denominator of 1, so this can be 1 out of 1. So let's move this here. Or let's just cross multiply. 12Q times 1 will give me 12Q equal to 8Q plus 96 times 1 will give me 8Q plus 96. All right, let's solve this as equation now. Okay, this 8Q plus 96. Move this 8Q to meet 12Q at the left-hand side. So as 8Q crosses this equal to sign to meet 12Q, we'll have 12Q. 8Q changes to negative 8Q, okay, equal to 96. It's a whole number. We'll leave it at the right-hand side. 12Q minus 8Q will give me 4Q equal to 96. Divide both sides by 4. 4 cancels 4. The value of Q, okay, the hours it will take you to work alone will be 9 divided by 4, 2 remainder 1, 16 divided by 4 is 4. 24 hours if Q works alone. So if you look at the options we have, the right option is B, 3. Question number 3 says, an old picture has dimensions 33 inches by 24 inches, full stop. What one length must be cut from each dimension so that the ratio of the shorter side to the longer is what? 2:3. A, 2 inches. B, 6 inches. C, 9 inches. D, 10.5 inches. Yeah, this is a very good question. To solve this question, I'm going to make you think about the question. All right? So to do that, let's create an illustration. Imagine that this is the picture. Okay. Now, this old picture, let me write it here. Old picture. Okay, we have an old picture. This old picture has dimensions. Let this be longer side, 33 inches. Let this be the shorter side, which is 24 inches. Now, this question says, what one length must be cut from each side? You cut from the top, like the length and the breadth, so that the ratio of the shorter, remember they mentioned the ratio of the shorter which is 24 ratio, the longer which is 33 will now be equal to this ratio, 2:3. Now this is instruction. What must you cut from this and this so that the ratio can be this? First thing first, they didn't tell us the length we must cut. So algebra is your friend. Use it. All right. So let the length be x. If I cut x from here and cut x from here, it will now be equal to 2:3. So let's have it this way. The shorter side, which is 24 minus x, remove x from each ratio. Of course, you know ratio means division. That is why I'm dividing. Ratio, the longer one, which is 33, and let x represent the length that was cut. Let's also represent this ratio as division. That's what it means, 2/3. So if I cut x from this longer and x from this shorter, it's going to give me this ratio 2:3. The next thing we need to do is to solve for x. To do that, the first step we are going to take is to cross multiply. Is that okay? To cross multiply, 3 multiplies everything here. We have 3 brackets, 24 minus x, close bracket, equal to 2 multiplies everything here. We have 2 brackets, 33 minus x, close bracket. Okay, you are making progress. Now use 3 to multiply each of the values here. 3 times 24. We have 24 multiplied by 3. 3 times 4 is 12. 2, you keep 1 here. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7. I don't want you to miss anything. All right? So we have 72. Okay, so 72 minus, okay, 3 times 24 is 72. Minus 3 times x is 3x, equal to 2 times 33 is 66, minus, okay, 2 times x is 2x. So let me bring out these values here. I want to just bring it out here, okay. So we are going to have 72 minus 3x equal to 66 minus 2x. Now, the next thing we need to do is to collect like terms. 72, let me leave it at the left-hand side. If I move 66 to the left-hand side, as 66 crosses this equal to sign, it changes to negative 66 equal to minus 3x has a negative sign. Remove it from the left-hand side. As it moves to the right-hand side to meet minus 2x, the negative here will go. We'll have 3x. The negative has gone minus 2x, which is originally at the right-hand side. So 3x minus 2x is x. 72 minus 66 is 6. So the right answer, x is 6 inches, all right? So let's come over to the option. The right option is B, 6 inches. If 6 inches is cut out from both sides, the ratio of the shorter to the longer will now be 2:3. We can actually prove it. Okay, let's see if that is true. 24 minus 6, 33 minus 6. 24 minus 6 will give us 18. 33 minus 6 will give us 27 here. So 18:27, that's shorter to longer. 2 here, 3 into 18 is 6. 3 into 27 is 9. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 9 divided by 3 is 3. I'm correct. I just proved what I did. So the right answer is B, which is 6 inches. Let's go to the next question. Class of algebra, this is for you. If you're a real mathematician, then solve this question. This question says, if A times B equal to 6a minus 2bx, and 9 times 6 equal to 6. Then x is what? A 2, B 0, C 1, D 4. All right, A times B is this, right? 9 times 6 is this. That means A is equal to what? This is the first one, this is A, and this is B. Is that okay? So A equal to 9, B equal to 6. So A times B is equal to A times B equal to 6. All right, we can say that it makes sense. If A is 9 and B is 6, then A times B is equal to 6. Let's proceed with this question. Now, let's look at this equation. 6A. All right, now substitute the value of A, which is 9, as this A. So we have 6 bracket 9, close bracket minus 2. Substitute the value of B, which is 6, and replace the B. So we have 6x equal to A times B. A times B, right? So A times B equal to this equal to this, or this equal to this. It means the same thing. However, we said A times B is equal to 6. So 6 bracket 9 minus 2 bracket 6 bracket x equal to A times B, which is 6. Is that okay? 6 times 9 is 54, minus 2 times 6 is 12. We have the x equal to what? 6. We move 12x away from here, like we need to collect like terms. We move it to the right hand side and bring 6 to the left hand side to meet 54. As 6 crosses this equal to sign, it changes to minus 6. As minus 12x crosses the equal to sign, it becomes 12x. The negative sign will go. Of course, I can rewrite this as 12x equal to 54 minus 6. It means the same thing, okay? Now, for those of you that like the variable being at the left-hand side, the same thing. All right, let's subtract. 12x equal to 54 minus 6 will give me 48. To get the value of x, we divide both sides by 12. Divide this side by 12. 12 cancels 12. 12 here 1, 12 into 48 is what? 4. So the value of x is what? 4. Let's look at the options. The right answer is option D.